Okay, my friend, this is a quick video of the meal tracker inside the app. So I'm going to show you quickly. So this is the home screen. This is the first screen that comes up when you open the app. And right here, you see that you're going to see things to do today. Okay, and then you're going to see if you have the meal tracker enabled and the meal tracking functionality enabled, you're going to have nutrition goals here. And this is something that I would set up for you. And depending on your macros, you're going to have different numbers here in terms of goals, in terms of calories, protein, carbs, and fats. So this is not the same for everybody. This is specific to you. And that I help you calculate that, or if you watch one of my other videos or participate in the meals and macro tracking challenge, you'll learn how to calculate your macros. And then we can enter it here in the app. And then you can use it to track them. Okay, so the first thing that you can do there's two ways that you can add meals, or track meals. One of them is just tapping anywhere here, and the other way is you can press the plus sign over here. Okay, so if you press the plus sign, this comes up, and then you just tap on meal, right? You just tap on meal right here, and that will bring up this screen. By tapping here is the same thing. So if I tap here, this is what comes up when you say tap meal. Okay. So the first thing that you would do is, let's say I want to add my breakfast. Okay. So I'm going to eat my breakfast. I'm going to track the nutrients from my breakfast. Okay. So I go ahead and click on add meal over here. I click on add meal, and then I'm going to get a photo thing. I'm going to click on skip photo. Okay. I don't need to enter a photo. And then this comes up. Okay. So here is where you're going to find the ingredients of the meal that you're entering. So you can enter the meals, you can enter the ingredient one of two ways. You can either type it in here, right? You can either type what the ingredients, or you can use the barcode scanner over here and click over here to scan. This is a barcode scanner. So we're going to do both ways. So let's say, for example, I have I'm gonna have a couple of things that I want to enter. Let's say oatmeal. If I'm gonna eat my breakfast in the oatmeal, I just can type oatmeal, and then it searches the database and it finds different items with oatmeal. So I see the first one says oatmeal. That's perfect. So you'll see that it says the name of the ingredient, oatmeal. In this case, it's just one ingredient, it's oatmeal. The quantity and the unit of measure, cup. So this says 1 cup of oatmeal, and it tells you here how many calories. So what I would do is I would weigh how much oatmeal I'm going to consume, and usually I have about 5 ounces or 4 or 5 ounces of oatmeal. So what I would do is I would change this. I will click where it says cup, and then I will change the unit of measurement to ounce, and then I will press where it says 1, and I change that to, let's say, 4, and press done. And that's 4 ounces of oatmeal. And then you see it says 81 calories. And if I click on where it says oatmeal, it gives me more details. So it's 4 ounces, 81 calories, but it also gives me the breakdown of how many protein, carbs, and fats. Okay, that portion that I just provided gives the app automatically gives me the portion. So I know exactly how many grams of protein, carbs, and fats I'm gonna consume. And then I go ahead and I click on add up here. I click on add. Okay, so I can click on add, and then there's another step. I click on add, and now I can add other ingredients, right? If I want to put something else to my oatmeal, let's say chia seeds. Okay, I have some chia seeds and some flax seeds here. I'm going to go ahead and enter them, but this time, instead of typing it in, I'm going to use the barcode. So I'm going to click on the barcode scanner right here. I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring up the camera, and these are my my items that I'm going to scan here. So I got chia seeds. So now on the package of the chia seeds, I'm just going to put the barcode here, and it automatically scans it, right? And you can see it right here. It automatically picked that up by when it scanned it. Okay, whole flax seeds. I click on add. Okay, if I have something else that I want to add, like chia seeds, that was flax seeds, now this is chia seeds. Okay, and there it goes, automatically finds it. I click on add. Okay, and I usually would like to add some peanut butter to my oatmeal, 1 tablespoon. So over here, boom, it scans, it finds the peanut butter. I click on add. So let's say that's all I'm going to add to my oatmeal. So at this point, I can okay. So at this point, I could just I can also enter the barcode manually if for some reason it doesn't search for it. So at this point, I just click over here where it says review, right there, review, and then it brings me back here. So here I have all the items that I entered. I have the oatmeal that I entered manually, the flaxseed and the chia seeds and the peanut butter that I scanned. Okay, so I want to make sure I enter the 4 ounces of oatmeal. So what portions of flaxseed, chia seed, and peanut butter I want. So for flaxseed, I usually have 1 tablespoon. So I change that to 1. Okay, 1 tablespoon, that's correct. And chia seed, the same, 1 tablespoon. So I can, again, like before, I can change the unit of measure here. I can keep it at tablespoon. So I'm going to change that to 1 tablespoon. Save. Okay, and peanut butter, also 1 tablespoon. Okay, so that's it. That's all that I'm going to have for my breakfast. I usually add protein and other things, but just for this video, I'm going to keep it like that. So not a lot going on here. So I just have 261 calories. I have 10 grams of protein, 24 carbs, and 15 fat. My oatmeal usually has much more protein than this because I add protein powder, and that brings it up 25 grams. And I can also add some fruits. Okay, so once I'm done, over here you'll see there's some options. I'm going to choose breakfast. There's lunch, dinner, snack. I'm going to choose breakfast because this is my breakfast. And then I'm going to click on log. I click on log. And that's it. That's how I log a meal. So I just logged my breakfast. It tells me how many calories, the macros, and the ingredients. Then when it comes, let's say a snack, in the middle of the morning, I want a snack. Let's say I want to track an apple. I click over here where it says add meal. Okay, I click on add meal. I skip the photo usually, I don't care for that. And let's say an apple, I just type it in, apple. Okay, apple, 1 medium apple, that's fine. And I click on this plus sign right here. This plus sign, just to add it to the list. Okay, and then I click on review. And I'm reviewing the apple, 72 calories. And then I click on log. And there you go. I have my oops, I made the mistake. I didn't make it a snack. I made it a lunch. Okay, so I want to change this to snack instead of lunch. That's my apple. So to do that, I click on the 3 dots over here. Okay, I'm going to click on the 3 dots and change meal type, snack. Okay, so there it turns into a snack. Okay, so I have my breakfast and my snack. I can enter as many snacks as I want. If I come over here and I click on add meal, I can then enter my dinner, my lunch, all the more snacks. Then at the end of the day, if you click on details over here, you'll see a breakdown of the meals for the day. Okay, you see your goal. This is your goal, right? And this is how much of the macros you have remaining, right? So when you're done, ideally, this right here should be 0. You should have 0 remaining because you're subtracting from your goal. Okay, and here's a breakdown. And if you scroll down, It gives you another table, a nice table here of your goal, your how many things you're eating, how many the meals that you've eaten, how many the macros, and the remaining. Okay, so you're able to track. So at the end of the day, you want this to be 0. If this is 0, you're on track. If this is if you go over, then you're gonna see that you went over, right? So you don't want to go over if you want to lose weight. So that's how you keep track of this. Okay, and then you have other nutrients that we don't necessarily track for weight loss or weight gain, but we just track it for nutrition purposes. Okay, so that's a basic tutorial of how to track your meals using the meal tracker in the built-in app. If you have any questions, post them in the group and I can help you with that. Okay, thank you. Bye.